You feel it, don't you? A low hum of anxiety in the background of your life. You follow the rules. You went to school, you got the job, you work hard, maybe you even save a little. But there's a gap between the effort you put in and the progress you see. It feels like you're running on a treadmill and someone else keeps increasing the speed. You feel like you're playing a game, but you don't know the rules, and you can never seem to win. Let me tell you a secret. That feeling is not a product of your imagination. It is the result of a perfectly designed architecture. You are not just playing a game, you are a pawn in their game. A game with a hidden rulebook, crafted by a system that thrives on your participation but not on your victory. A system that needs you to be a reliable worker, a predictable consumer, and a manageable debtor. It needs you running, but never arriving. Welcome to WealthMind. Today, we are tearing up the conventional financial advice playbook. Forget cutting out lattes. We are going to do something far more radical. We are going to pull back the curtain on the entire stage. We will expose the 4 fundamental traps of the modern financial system. These aren't mistakes you're making. They are cages that have been built around you. And once you see the bars of the cage, you will finally see the door. This isn't a video. This is your red pill. Trap number 1, the trap of good debt. The first trap is laid when we are young and full of ambition. They sold us a beautiful story, a foundational myth of the modern world. The story is called good debt. They told us that to build a life, you must first go into debt. It's an investment in yourself, they said. Think about student loans. They sell it as a golden ticket to the middle class, a noble investment in your human capital. And for some it is, but for millions, it's a crippling burden. $100,000 for a degree in a field with few prospects is not an investment. It is a life sentence of indentured servitude before your life has even begun. You emerge into the world not at zero, but at a deep negative, chained to a monthly payment that will dictate your choices for decades. You can't take the risky startup job. You can't move to a new city to find your passion. You can't afford to take a year off to write a book. You are a captured resource for the workforce, and the system collects its interest month after month. Then comes the car loan, the ultimate symbol of freedom, right? They don't sell you a mode of transportation. They sell you an identity, the friendly salesman, the smell of the new interior, the promise of the open road. And the trap is the phrase, low monthly payment. They distract you from the total price, the interest, the insurance, the depreciation. That car, that symbol of success, loses 20% of its value the moment you drive it away. It is a wealth-destroying machine disguised as a status symbol. You're not paying for a car, you're paying for the temporary feeling of being seen in a new car. And finally, the mortgage. They tell you it's the American dream, and owning a home can be a great wealth-building tool. But the system's trap isn't the mortgage itself, it's the amount. The bank will approve you for the absolute maximum amount you can possibly afford, leaving you with zero margin for error. You become house poor, where every dollar of your income is consumed by the house. You can't invest, you can't save, you can't handle a job loss or a medical emergency. Your home, meant to be a sanctuary, becomes a source of constant, crushing stress. The counter-move is to redefine debt on your own terms. There is only one kind of truly good debt: productive debt. Debt used to acquire an asset that generates more cash flow than the debt payment itself. A loan for a rental property that pays you every month. A loan to start a business that has a clear path to profitability. All other debt is consumptive debt. It's gourmet poison. It looks good, it feels good, but it slowly kills your financial future. Trap number 2, the trap of gamified investing. For generations, investing was understood to be a slow, patient, even boring process. You bought a piece of a great company, and you held it for a very, very long time. But a patient population doesn't generate fees. It doesn't create volatility, so the system needed to change the game. Enter the era of gamified investing. They gave you beautifully designed apps, complete with celebratory confetti animations when you make a trade. They called it democratizing finance, giving the little guy access. But what did they really give you? They gave you a slot machine that looks like an investment platform. They turned the stock market into a video game. Understand their business model. Many of these platforms don't make money when you make money. They make money when you act. They make money on the volume of your trades. They are incentivized to make you trade as frequently as possible. So they flood your screen with noise, breaking news, analyst ratings, social media trends. They manufacture a constant sense of urgency. They prey on your deepest psychological flaw, the fear of missing out, or FOMO. They show you the meteoric rise of a meme stock, the explosive gains of a cryptocurrency, and your brain lights up. You're not thinking like an investor anymore. You're thinking like a gambler who doesn't want to miss the next hot hand. You buy high in a panic, you sell low in a panic. You are a sheep being herded by headlines, and they are the shepherds, collecting a fee every time you change direction. The counter move to this trap is to embrace a powerful philosophy. Boring is beautiful. You must kill the trader in your mind and cultivate the owner. An owner doesn't care about the stock price today or tomorrow. An owner cares about the long-term value of the underlying business. Your goal is not to play the market. Your goal is to buy pieces of the most productive and innovative companies in the world and let them work for you, in silence, for decades. Mute the noise. Delete the apps from your home screen. Automate your investments into low-cost index funds and get back to living your life. That is how you win their game, by refusing to play it. Trap number 3, the trap of silent inflation. You believe your biggest enemy is the stock market crashing or losing your job, but you're wrong. The most dangerous and persistent enemy to your wealth is a crime that happens in broad daylight every single day. It's a silent theft, and the victim is you. This crime is called inflation. The system, governments and central banks, will tell you that inflation is a natural and healthy part of a growing economy. They aim for 2 to 3% per year. They make it sound harmless, but it is anything but harmless. Inflation is a stealth tax on every single dollar you save. Imagine your savings are an ice cube. Inflation is the sun. Even if you do nothing, it is constantly melting. That $100 you saved 5 years ago buys you far less today. You didn't spend it, you didn't lose it, but it's worth less. It was stolen from you, silently. But why does the system do this? 2 reasons. First, it devalues their own massive debts. Governments are the biggest debtors in the world. If the currency is worth less tomorrow, so is their debt. They are paying back their loans with cheaper money. Second, it is a form of social control. By guaranteeing that your savings will lose value, they force you out of the safety of cash and into the financial markets, the very system they control, just to have a chance at preserving your wealth. You are not investing because you want to. You are investing because they have made saving an impossible long-term strategy. The counter move here is not to fight inflation. You can't. The move is to outpace it. Your money must be on a faster treadmill than the one inflation has set for you. It must be invested in assets that grow faster than the currency is devalued. Real estate, productive businesses, stocks. Understanding this single concept changes everything. It transforms investing from a get-rich scheme into a non-negotiable act of financial self-defense. You are not just trying to grow your money, you are trying to save it from a guaranteed death. Trap number 4, the trap of engineered lifestyle creep. This is the final, most elegant trap. It's the one that ensures that even if you succeed, you never truly escape. You get the promotion, you land the bigger client, you receive the raise you've worked so hard for, and for a glorious moment you feel a sense of relief. You feel like you're finally getting ahead. That feeling is a trigger for the system. The moment your income increases, the system sends its agents to reclaim that surplus. The algorithms that power your social media feeds and your online shopping sites know you have more money. Suddenly, the ads become more sophisticated. The car you were looking at is now presented with a better financing offer. The vacation you were dreaming of is now on sale. Your friends, also caught in the trap, are buying bigger houses, going to fancier restaurants. The social pressure mounts, and the little voice in your head, conditioned by a lifetime of consumer marketing, whispers, "I deserve it." This is not a personal failure of discipline. It is an engineered trap. The entire consumer economy is designed to ensure that your expenses will always rise to meet and often exceed your income. Because a person who saves and invests their raise is a bad consumer. They are a leak in the system. The system needs you to upgrade your lifestyle. It needs you to buy the bigger cage. That nicer car isn't a symbol of freedom. It's a longer chain. That bigger house isn't a sign of wealth. It's a more expensive set of golden handcuffs. The counter move is the most powerful financial strategy of all. Tax yourself first. Before the system can get its hands on your new income, before you even have a chance to spend it, you must pay yourself. This means that the moment you get a raise, you go into your investment accounts and you increase your automatic monthly contributions by at least 50% of that raise. Your new income never even touches your checking account. It is rerouted directly towards buying your freedom. You make your future the priority, not the fleeting pleasure of a new purchase. You treat your own freedom as the most important bill you have to pay. So there they are, the 4 walls of the financial matrix, the good debt that puts you in chains, the gamified investing that turns you into a gambler, the silent inflation that steals your wealth, and the lifestyle creep engineered to ensure you never accumulate any. They are all built on one foundational principle: to keep you dependent. Dependent on a job, dependent on a lender, dependent on the market's daily mood, and dependent on the next purchase for a hit of happiness. But now you see the game. You see the board. And the moment a pawn becomes aware of the game, it is no longer just a pawn. It can become a queen. You can choose to play a different game entirely. A game where you own your assets instead of financing your liabilities. A game where you invest for decades, not for days. A game where you build your own system to outpace theirs. A game where you define success not by what you own, but by how much control you have over your own time and your own life. The choice is yours, and it begins now. I want you to declare your first move. In the comments below, tell me, which of the 4 traps do you now see most clearly in your own life? Naming the enemy is the first step to defeating it. Let's start waking everyone up. Thank you for your time and your deep attention. If this message has ignited something in you, support the mission by liking this video and subscribing for more strategies to win the game. Remember, you were not born to be a pawn. You were born to be a player. This is WealthMind. We'll see you on the other side.